Why do you think many restaurant owners fail?
I think the biggest thing is a lot of people think that it's a great hobby to have. It's like, oh, I love to cook, so I'm going to open up a restaurant. And that's the easiest way to lose your money, because a restaurant, you have to be dedicated to the staff, to the product, to the commitment to the people that come in there. And most importantly, it's long hours, and it's not the most conducive for a family life in that sense, because you are always working on the time when everybody else is off, you are busy. So it's the opposite of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's very difficult industry to work in the long term. And unless you are fully dedicated and you honed your skills in great restaurants and you worked the room, it can't be like, oh, let me just, go up and open up a restaurant just because I like to cook. I mean, that's why most restaurants fail, because they don't see the 95% of it is commitment, and 5% of it, I would say, is passion. And that if that 5% of the passion cannot sustain the next 95%, the 95% is commitment, doing what you want to do, be honest, be straightforward, and focus on it.
What do you think that you have been doing right over and over and over that enabled you to be so successful in this industry?
I think what I've done right is I've always been a people's person. I love people. So I love sharing and discussing and talking and making people feel loved and welcomed when they come into the restaurant. So it's not like they're just coming to a restaurant and they're going to eat and they're going to leave. It's like they've come to, my house, to Vij's, to my house. And that, to me, is very, very important. And I think the success is coming from the fact that even now when people come in, they feel comfortable that, okay, we're in Vikram's hands. Vikram's going to take care of us. Vikram's going to run the ship, basically.
It's very easy to say, oh, everything is going fine, etc. But there were moments where I guess you wanted to give up. There were a few moments when you wanted to give up.
Yeah, lots. Lots of times.
Give examples.
Well, there were lots of times when you would have a management meeting and you would have a hard time, or you got a hard time from your management. It's never easy, because behind the scenes there's a lot of stress and a lot of work and a lot of personalities clash, egos clash, conversations go wrong sometimes, and to be able to just put that aside, that curtain, and then when that 5:30 the door opens and you're like smiling, you're like, come on in, and you've had just 2.5 hours of discussions and arguments, and you made your point and they made their point, and discuss it. I think that is very, very difficult at times to accept. So there's a showmanship that needs to be done at times, but then behind the scenes, when you've actually gone to the... And it's no different than, I'm sure, an actor or an actress that's on an everyday basis feels that way, that when they're on the show, that they're completely performing, but then as soon as the curtain is drawn and the camera comes on, they're like, bang on, like they give the best show in that sense. And we're no different than that.